channel and welcome to Nails and Tails. I am going to be doing my nails today. I wanted to do something festive for New Year's. I looked online. It looks like the combination of colors are like black mixed with some type of gold or silver. Now, I don't have any of that, but I have a combination, like a multi-pack of nails and different colors. So I thought, even though I did not want to use them again, I thought we could use the powders one more time. And I mean, at least now we're a little bit more, like familiar with it, and hopefully it should be a little bit easier. But I have this multi-pack of nails here, this little guy, and I do have black in here, so I am going to use that. And then I also have this color. It's like a brown color. Let me see. It's like a little brown color. And I added the silver powder on it just to test it out, and it came out that color. So I think that might be really cute next to the black. And then I also tried out this taupe color, which kind of looks a little on the goldish silver side. So what I was thinking is putting a combination together of just like a black nail, this taupe one, and then adding in some of this brown. So I'll do like a multicolored thing. What do you think? I think it could be good. I also like the blue, and I was really considering doing the blue because I think that's way cuter than, maybe we'll do that. I just think it's way cuter than black. But it seems like the black, like, what do you think? Is that, I think that's cute. I think that would look really cute. All right, I'm gonna pick out how I want these nails to look. And then also, I wasn't really sure what to talk about. So I went ahead and got a little head, put some Post-it notes in there, and we're gonna pick a topic all stuck together. So we're going to unpeel that, and this is gonna be the topic that we're going to talk about today. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, upside down. There we go. This is Stranger at Our Door. So I'm going to tell you this story. So we have the silver powder here that we're going to use. I already did my whole cuticle thing. Of course, I'll show you again what I use. I use this for my cuticles, and then just one of those little tools, which looks like this. Use that to clean it all up, and that is all. I also finally got my good glue. I love this glue. If you haven't used it for your nails, this works so well. I do like it. It's Kala super glue. Okay, so I have the like silver one. This is that one that had that blue tint to it. That's what I'm going to be using, not on the blue nails, but on the taupe nails, and then on this brown color right here. But let's see what design, and then I'll jump into my story for you guys. So this is the design I'm going for. So we're going to get these all nice and tacky first, and then we're going to paint them chrome. So I moved into an apartment with my best friend. We were like, oh my gosh, how old were we? I think I was barely 21. And she was like a year older than me. So we get this apartment, and mind you, it's in a really nice area, like a hoity-toity area. How we can afford it, I have no clue, but it's in a really nice area. It wasn't like, your average apartment complex that has maybe 4 apartments upstairs and then 4 other apartments downstairs. So our apartment was upstairs with the 3 show apartments. They would take you to the show apartment so you can see the floor plan. So if you're going up there because either one, you're going to be shown an apartment during the apartment hours, or two, you know me and my friend and you're coming to visit. So one night I think we had just went like grocery shopping or something, and we're unpacking the groceries from her car. And just as we're crossing the parking lot, there is a big SUV, and they're parked in the like fire lane. The like if ambulance or fire trucks were to come, that's where they would park. So this big black SUV is parked there, and their lights are on, and their lights are like super super bright. And we go and we cross, and I'm like, what the heck? It's definitely noticeable. And we go upstairs, and our hands are like full because we have our groceries in our hands. And so my friend's in front of me, and she's already halfway up the stairs, ready to open the door. And I hear someone walking behind me. So I kind of like turn around just a little bit, and I notice that there's a guy who's walking up the stairs with me. And I freak out because I'm like, we're the only ones that live upstairs. We're the only apartment that is being rented upstairs. Why is there anyone following me? And I don't know who this guy is in this big SUV. So my friend gets to the door. She already has it open, and I'm looking at her like, you need to get into this house because who was behind me? And she notices that too, and she's like, okay, and we get into the house, and the guy starts walking a little faster towards us, and he's saying something, and we just get into our house and lock the door. So we get into the house, and we're like, what the hell? What just happened? Like, what is going on? Who is up here? Why are they up here? So then this guy starts knocking on our door, and we're like, we don't even know who this person is. He looks sketchy as hell. We're not opening this door. And he's like, hello, I see you in there. And her and I freak out. We're like, why is this guy talking to us through this door? Like, no, we're not going to open this door. We're two women. We don't know who this guy is. He has no like business up here. It's late. Like, it's probably about 8 o'clock because we went shopping late at night. And he watched us unpack the car, walk over, and then he decided to get out of his truck and follow us upstairs. If he wanted to ask us something, he could have asked us before we got upstairs. He didn't have to follow us upstairs. Like, he took enough time to watch what we were doing and then to follow us up the stairs. So her and I both get this really sketch out vibe. We're like, we're not going to open the door. This isn't going to happen. So he continues to say, I see you in there. I see you in there. I know you're in there. Just open the door. And then he starts touching the door. Now, this sent us over the top because our door only bolted with a deadbolt. It was a levered door, so it didn't have like a lock on the actual door and a deadbolt. It just locked with the deadbolt. And those doors, now they scare the crap out of me. Like, I can't, no, I will change out every single door if I have that. I need extra protection. So he starts rattling the door, and my friend's looking at me like, we gotta call the cops. Like, we don't know who this guy is. And he just keeps on saying, hi, I see you in there. I know you're in there. Just open the door. Open the door. Open the door. And just repeating himself over and over. It was like, I don't know, it was like off of Scream, when they're like, Sydney, I know you're in there. Like, that is exactly how he felt. And we're just like, go, dude, just go away. We don't know who you are. We don't know what you want. And he just keeps saying, just open the door, and then touching the doorknob. So my friend's like, we got to call the cops. So we call the cops, and okay, this happened, and we call the cops from a cell phone. Now, it is like 2001, 2002, so cell phones are not reliable as far as picking up your location around that time. So I call from my phone, and they're like, oh, you're in this state or this city. And I'm like, no, I'm in this city. Oh, well, you have to call the police from that city. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm on a cell phone. Like, I can't look that up. Back in these days, we didn't have, in early 2000s, we didn't have Google on our phones. Like, It was still black and white screen, and you didn't have internet on your cell phone. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, at least I didn't, anyways. So I'm like, no, can you please just like get us in touch with the cops, because there's a guy at our door and he's shaking our door handle and he's telling us that he can see us and we don't feel safe. And they're like, well, it seemed like everything was in slow motion. It seemed like no one was listening to us. A very bad dream. Like, you just want help, and it's taking forever for someone to locate help for you. And my friend's like, okay, getting her knives. She's like getting a knife out. She's like, I don't know what to do. This is freaking me out. And I'm like, I'm right there with you, girl. I don't know what to do. Like, we were like hiding. We just did not know if he was going to get in the door. We didn't know what to do because we're in an apartment. Where are we going to run? We're in an apartment upstairs. Like, what can we possibly do? The guy is still at our door. We look through the freaking peek hole, and he is looking at us through this peek hole. And, like, the skin just fell off of my bones. Like, I was so afraid. Why is a guy looking in my peek hole at me? Like, it is just the freakiest thing. And then at some point he like put his finger over the peek hole, but we have already seen how he looks. We already saw him. We saw what he was wearing. We saw his hair. We saw his face. Like, this guy looked like no one we knew. So finally the guy walks away. And about 20 minutes later, the cops come. And we're like, holy crap, that took forever to get the cops there. We tell them how this guy looks. We explain what happened. They go and like patrol the apartments and are trying to find him. And they can't find him. And so they tell us like, okay, well, if this guy comes back, here's this and that, you call this number. But we looked all around the complex. We don't see anyone with that car. We don't see anyone by that description. And we're like, how are we going to sleep? Like, we both have to work in the morning. So I called my best friend, who is a guy, to come over and like just stay the night, because I was like, at least, if the guy's outside, he'll see a guy come into the apartments and maybe he will not, try anything, because he'll know that there's more than just two girls in this apartment. So then my friend comes over and stays the night, and it's pretty much quiet for the rest of the night. Nothing. So my roommate gets up, and she has to be at work like early in the morning. Like, we're talking 5:30. She has to open the store. So we walk down with her, make sure she gets to her car okay, and everything's good, right? Off she goes. So we go back upstairs. So then my best friend, he has to go to work at 7. So he leaves my house a little bit before 7. And he's like, call me if you need me, and off he goes. I go back upstairs. Everything seems fine. Nothing is funky. I get upstairs, and I have to be at work at 10. So I'm walking around my house, and I hear knock, knock, knock. And I'm like, okay, did he forget something? Like, that was really, really fast. Like, as soon as I got upstairs, I go and get stuff ready to go into the bathroom, and I hear a knock. So I thought, oh, it's my friend. He must have forgot something. So I go to the peek hole, and I look in there, and it is the guy from last night. And he continues to say, hi there. Are you going to open your door? Are you going to open your door? And I'm like, oh my God. And he says, I see you in there. I know you're in there. I just saw you. Open your door. Just open your door. And he starts jiggling the handle. And I am like, oh my goodness. What the hell? Did this guy just like watch everyone leave the house? And now he knows like there is one person upstairs by herself. So I am freaking out. So I call the cops because they left us that number to call. I call and I say, hey, this guy is back again.
And he's at my door. He's jiggling my door. I don't know who he is. And he, like, it's so early in the morning. There's no reason why he should be up here. And so the cops are like, okay, well, we're on our way. In the meantime, I call my mom and I am like freaking out. I'm telling her about what happened. She says, your dad's close. Let's go ahead and call your dad and we'll go over there. And so they're both probably about like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from me. I have a knife in my hand because I was deathly afraid that this guy was going to like shimmy up the patio and make his way in. So I was locking every single door. When my parents come, I look and I see them in the peek hole and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I open the door and let them in and they're asking, okay, how's this guy look? What is he wearing? And I'm like telling him everything. And my dad just runs out, right? He's on a hunt. So my dad runs out to go find this guy. And in the meantime, my mom puts me into the car and she's like, let's drive around and see if we can find him. So just as we started doing that, the cops pull up. And so they finally locate the guy. Well, my dad found the guy. And I won't go into detail about that, but you know, like a protective father would, he was able to detain the guy for the cops. And the cops came and got him and took him away. And they were questioning him, why are you up here? Why are you trying to knock on her door? Why did you come down at night? And he said he was trying to sell me some magazines. All I wanted to do was sell the magazines. That's it. I was just selling magazines. And he had this like brochure of magazines. But it's like, okay, why are you trying to sell magazines at night? And then you come back in the morning and you're trying to sell magazines. Like, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. And you're knocking on someone's door. Like, there is no reason why this man should have been doing that. And touching the doorknob. Like, touching the doorknob in itself, saying, I know you're in there, just open your door. But it's like, you went as far as to put your hand on the peek hole. You went as far as to shake the lever on the door. And I just don't believe that it was to sell me and my friends some magazines. Like, that is some sketchy behavior. I never seen him again. I never even heard anything about it. They just kind of removed him from the property, and that was it. So there you have my scary stranger at the door story, guys. Lock your doors. Always be aware of your surroundings. And never go shopping at night. If you do, take a buddy with you. Luckily, me and my best friend, like, we constantly have each other's backs. Like, she gets sketched out, I tune in right into it, and I know when she's sketched out. And just like when I was going up those stairs and she knew something was wrong, and I looked at her and she looked at me, and we both knew, girl, get in this house, I'm locking the door. And then we just kind of sat there like, what is happening? So be very careful and always watch your surroundings, guys. But these are the nails, my friends. What do we think? I think they're a little on the New Year's Eve side. This little chrome one, I think that's adorable. Cute. Oh, let me file. I do want to file off this little bit here because there's like a little pokey thing and I forgot to do it before I painted them. So I'm just going to file off that. Okay, there we go. I think they're cute. Okay, let me put you up. All right, guys, what do we think? I think they're pretty good. I think they're on the festive side a little bit. That chrome nail there, that's like blinging out. I love the way that the silver powder looks on that. Looks so good. And this blue, I think it's way better than black. I'm all about the black nail. I do. I love black nails. But for some reason, this blue is just the cutest color. It's like the perfect navy blue. So there you go. Our New Year's nails, guys. I love them. So I usually keep these guys on for about 10 days and then I take them off. They can last a little longer than that. But because I was going in and out of a hospital, I don't really like keeping my nails on very long. You just never know what you're going to touch or what you're going to be around. So me swapping my nails out quickly works for me, and I just kind of got used to it. So now that I'm home, we'll see how long they last. I'm thinking I can actually push these to about 2 weeks now that I'm working from home. All right, my friends, that is it. If you like this content and you want to see more like it, please thumbs up so I know. I know to continue to make these videos for you guys. It really, really, really helps me. So that is all I have today. I will see you in the next Nails and Tails. All right, my friends. Bye-bye.